Hello everyone, Namaskar, welcome to GDI Talk Show. This is Pradeep sir here, and today we will be having a great conversation with Payal. Let me tell you, my dear viewers, Payal is a student of GDI school, and today here she will be sharing her own experience of visiting Vadnagar, Gujarat for Prerna Utsav. So let us know from herself like what kind of experience she had over there. Let's talk to Payal. Hello Payal, beta, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hello sir, well I'm fine and thank you for inviting me over here and namaskar to all viewers. And it was a great pleasure that I visited over there and I got to know many things and it was the best time of my life that I ever enjoyed.
That's great. Alright, Payal, so basically what is this Prerna Utsav and how did you come to know about this event?
Well sir, Prerna Utsav is just a Utsav where it inspired the youth which is going to build up the India.
Right.
And it is based on experiential learning. And well, I got to know about Prerna Utsav from my school, and before today's, we went there in the JNV Nachana. We had a competition for poem writing, essay writing and painting.
Right.
And the students were selected on its basis and more than 70 schools were there.
Okay,
And
means more than 70 cbse schools visited over there.
yes,
That's great.
we were so many students.
Right.
So on the basis of these criteria, we were selected on 15%, 15 girls were selected. Then we faced the interview session, and then the Minister of Education selected 2 students from each district. So this
Okay.
was all the criteria for
Means,
going to
it
Vadnagar.
was quite very challenging task, more than 70 cbse schools visited over there, and getting selection out of 70 schools. It is great achievement in itself, right?
Yes, sir, it was
And
really
after that, 5 different schools principals took your interview, and then you got selection.
great. Yes, this was
Very challenging task, and you did it really great. Wonderful. So what kind of experience you had over there, and what else you learned from there?
well. I had very great experience over there, and I learned many things over there. I got to know about the history of Vadnagar,
Right.
about the culture, about the importance of Sanskrit
Okay.
and science and technology, and many other things.
Alright, that's great. Alright, let us start from the history. Like we only know that Vadnagar is known for its, that it is the birthplace of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. And except it, I don't think that anybody knows more than this about, So let us talk about the history. What is the history of Vadnagar, by the way?
Well, you said right that we just know about it, so that it is the birthplace of Modi ji. Well, before going over there, I just also know about this thing. But after visiting over there, I got to know about its history. That Vadnagar is 2,500 years back city, which is
Okay.
really a very historic city, and it has
Amazing.
yeah, it's really great, and it has really a great impact, and it has really a great significance in Indian history. As we haven't known about its complete history of Vadnagar because the semester like water comes upside if we just go more down in the soil. So we just got to know about only 7 periods. That first periods ended, the homes were collapsed, homes were again built over those walls. So this thing continued, and that's why the Vadnagar is on a height. Vadnagar is the only town which is on the height, and the nearby towns of the Vadnagar are very down to its.
Oh, that's lovely, really amazing. So what kind of culture you experienced over there?
Well, we were 20 students in Vadnagar, and we all were from 5 different states.
Right.
So obviously it was the thing that we were having different culture in ourselves.
Right.
So we also spent one night as a cultural night over there,
Oh,
and
that's
there
great.
we got to know about the native language what we speak. But the
So all culture, like you people perform different activities
Yes.
on the
on the
according to
basis
the
of culture, we had
That's
many
great.
activities. We
Wow.
spoke about our culture.
Oh,
We told
lovely.
about our traditional dresses, what kind of dresses we wore, and the food we eat, and the language we speak. We got to know about it, and at that night we were connected so much to each other's culture. We got to know many things about the cultures. And at that time, I felt that yes, after being so much diverse, India is really known for its diversity. And after
Really?
being so much diverse, we're still connected to each other. We still feel unity in ourselves, and I love that thing very much.
Yeah, if you just talk about culture, I also very lover of that. Really.
Yeah,
Love
India
that.
is really great in its culture.
India is full of just different kinds of people are there, and all are having different cultures. So somewhere whenever we just meet, we just connect to each other, and this
Yes.
is what India is known for. Right?
Yes,
Ah,
it is really great for the India.
That's great.
And
Lovely. as you said, you came to know about the importance of Sanskrit. So what is that? What kind of importance got to know about that? What's that?
Well, first of all, I would like to correct all the students and viewers who say Sanskrit, but it's not actually Sanskrit, it's Sanskrit. And
What you said? Could you repeat that? What is the right version of that?
Sanskrit, it's Sanskrit.
Okay.
We don't have the sound of na, we have the sound of ma over there, and well, we have a very vast knowledge in the Sanskrit, as we have Veds, Puran and Upanishad, and these things have a very vast knowledge, and these also have knowledge about science and technology in it, which can take India on the next level if we start learning Sanskrit. And learning Sanskrit is not like you are having something burden on yourself. It's a language, it's an emotion, what you can feel, what you can speak. It's the thing that makes India really great. And when we talk about Sanskrit, about culture, Sanskrit is the first thing where we mention ourselves.
Definitely.
And so we should not feel shame for Sanskrit. We should start learning Sanskrit. And you won't believe that today in India, 6 to 7 villages are there where complete villagers speak Sanskrit. They don't even use Hindi, not English. They just only speak Sanskrit. And
Lovely.
I really feel that yes, there are some places where we can know about Sanskrit much more better.
Yeah, definitely. And I would like to add on one point as well, because if you see, in our Vedas, Purans, and our all the scriptures, they are all written in Sanskrit, right? So if we just learn that, and if we just understand, so definitely the kind of sanskar we will be having, that's great. Because nowadays, and everybody just running behind English, that is fine. But Western culture is somewhere spoiling our sanskars. So if we just follow that, so definitely we'll be having some great sanskars.
Yes.
Right. As you said, I also learned about moral values. So what kind of moral values you learned about?
Well, sir, moral values we have in ourselves from very beginning. But when nowadays we are following Western culture, so these are just vanishing day by day.
Definitely.
So when we learned about those moral values over there, so these again emerged in myself, and I think that they should never be lost from oneself. And as they make a people a unique identity in himself.
Yes.
So I learned some moral values like Swabhiman and Vinay, Shaurya and Sahas, Parishram and Samarpan, Satanta और कर्तव्य, श्रद्धा और विश्वास, and many more. These are the things that a person should have in himself.
That's lovely. And what I believe, if we just implement these moral values in our life, so definitely there will be a huge change in ourselves, right,
Yes,
Payal?
these create a huge change in ourselves, in our society, and even in our nation, which will help to take India on the next level.
That's great.
In the world.
So Payal, as you said, you also learned about science and technology. You had a great training over there, some higher training related to today's technology. So could you please tell us about that?
Yes, well, so there are many new technologies, and I got to know about 3D printing and book binding and the plotter machine as well. And 2 new technologies were introduced to us over there, the hologram machine, which is just come here for trial. In this, if a person is not presented physically, but we can see him in a 3D manner, and because it is completely connected to the computer, so in the computer we can picturize the person, and then it will be shown in the hologram machine. We can see him 3D, and you can't even recognize it is virtual or real. So
oh my God.
It is the new technology which will be introduced very soon. And the next technology is that there in Vadnagar, second largest museum is becoming of the Asia. So there is a technology that if a person visits from that any architecture thing, and the sensor detects them and just start giving the information about it.
It will just
deliver it on by one.
Sense that person and directly will speak out the complete detail. It means we don't need any guide furthermore, right?
Yes, it will save. Yeah, you don't need any guide.
That's amazing, really. Okay, Payal, so where else you visited over there, and to whom you met over there?
Well, I visited Sarmishta Lake and Ghantaghar Museum, Tanariri Theme Park, Kirti Toran, Hatkeshwar Dham, Surya Mandir Mudhera,
Lovely.
and Vadnagar Railway Station as well.
Okay.
And Visuddha Modi ji house as well, where he used to live. It is a very small house. You won't believe. It is a very small house, and it is a very old house as well. And the famous personality I met was that election commissioner IAS Aditya Negji from
Oh
West
my God.
2012, and it was a lucky charm that I met to him, and we got so much inspiration from him. We got to know about his struggle, about his studies, how did he studied, how did he prepared for it, and many good things we got from him. And it was a bad luck that we could not meet Modi ji because of code of conduct, and as elections are going on over there, so he could not come. But we wrote a letter to him, and he must have received till Tuesday was the day when he was going to receive our letter, and he must have read also those letters.
That's great. Means, I must say that you must have a great experience of visiting as well, and you must have inspired by those personalities, right?
Yes, we got many inspiration from those,
it is
and
great,
the vibes from those historic things were really very great.
Yeah, really. Every time, whenever we meet like such kind of great personality, so this kind of vibes they already have, and when we just observe them, we also get inspired by them.
Yes.
Lovely. Yeah, that's great.
It was really.
Yeah. Okay, Payal, we had a great conversation, but before leaving, what message, would you like to give to our viewers, those, who are just viewing us through this talk show, and, some students are also there who are just studying like you, so that, they can also get inspired by you.
Well, I would like to give a message that be the change that you want to see in the world, because when a change comes from ourselves, we can change the whole world surrounding us, because first we have to change ourselves for building a nation as a Vikshit Bharat till 2047, as it's everyone's dream of India. So we have to first we have to take the change from ourselves, then from our family, then from our surrounding of society, and then to the nation. Once we started this change, we can take India on a very high level in the world, and we can also fulfill the dream of Vishwa Kutumbakam, which we have seen in the G20 global meet. And the next message that I want to give is, असल में वही जीता है जो दूसरों के लिए जीता है, तो चलो जीते हैं. Because this is the very famous quote of Swami Vivekanand ji, which I got to learn from there. Because when we live for ourselves, it is not the life, it is not the actual life. But when we start living for the others, it is the real life that we have to live in our life. Because when we live this type of life, it really creates a very much impact on others. And the third and the most important thing that I would like to say, that nowadays I have observed something, that the people, the child, the students feel shame to be the pride of the India, because they feel very shame to say their slogan loudly, to sing their national anthem loudly. But what I believe, that you should not be shame on this, because you are born in a very diverse and in a very religious and a very holy country, India, because which is known for its diversity. But you should be proud of it, that you are here. You have to say your national anthem, your slogan very loud, so that you are here safe. But the army which is protecting us, can't we even do this thing for our nation, that we can say our slogan, our national anthem very proudly? So this is the thing which we Indians lag behind, but I think we should not lag behind in this, and we should have very much proud that we are from India, and we should speak our slogans and our national anthem very proudly, in a very high pitch, in a very high volume, so that everyone can hear that yes, we are the Indians, we are not less than anyone, and we can also speak, and we can also do something for our nation. Thank you, and I hope you will implement these things in your life.
Definitely we will do that. So yes, as Payal said, don't just live for ourselves, let us live for others as well. If you start living for others, then you will see a great change in yourself, and treasure of immense pleasure will be there in our life. So let's implement this thing in our life. Alright, Payal, thank you so much. I must say we had a great conversation, and by your conversation, what you said over here, our viewers must get inspired by you, and definitely whatever you have spoken, they will implement in their lives. So thank you so much for being here with us in this talk show, and thank you so much for all the viewers.
And I hope you are going to implement these things in your life. Thank you.
Thank you.